So now, this is our polynomial. I've already factorized it. So we have tried the -1 and 1. We found that it cannot work. So let us try to use z equal to bi. So now our root is z equal to bi. So where there is z, you're going to use bi. So it will be bi power 3 plus -3 minus 4i, then bi squared plus -3 plus 8i, bi plus 5 equal to 0 plus 0i. So now you know that I power 3 is negative I, so that is negative b power 3i. I squared is -1, so that is negative b squared. It will be positive 3b squared plus 4b squared I. So this one times this, that's negative 3bi. So I times I is -1, which because it is I squared, which is -1. So it is negative 8b plus 5 equal to 0 plus 0i. So real part and imaginary part together. So for real parts, I have 3b squared negative 8b plus 5. For the imaginary, I have negative b power 3, which is this one, 4b squared negative 3b. I equal to 0 plus 0i. Here we use equator of complex numbers. So the real part will be equal to real part, imaginary part will be equal to imaginary part. So 3b squared minus 8b plus 5 equal to 0. Negative b power 3 plus 4b squared minus 3b will be equal to 0. So as you can see, we have two equations. We have equation 1 and equation 2. I told you, you solve the one that you see that it is very easy to solve. The easiest one is the first one. So we're going to solve 3b squared minus 8b plus 5 equal to 0. So we use a, small a, it will be, our small a will be equal to 3. Our b, let me call it capital B, will be -5. Our c will be, sorry, -8, not -5. Our c will be equal to 5. I'm going to use quadratic formula, which is b will be equal to negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac minus 4ac divided by 2a. So our b will be equal to negative b, that is 8, plus or minus that is 64, because it is negative 8 squared, minus 4ac, that is 60. Because 4 times 5, that is 20, 20 times 3, that's 60. Divided by 2a, 2 times 3, that is 6. So b equal to 8 plus or minus 64 minus 60, that is 4, root 4, that is 2, divided by 6. So it will be 8 plus 2, that is 10, 10 divided by 6. 8 minus 2, that is 6, 6 divided by 6. So b equal to, by 2, 5 over 3, or b 6 by 6 over 6, that is 1. So we have b equal to 1, and you have b equal to 5 over 3. For example, if I use this b equal to 1, let me bring it here. That's -1. -1 plus 4, that is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. So if I use 5 over 3 here, it will be -5 over 3 power 3 plus 5 over 3 squared minus 3 into 5 over 3. We see it will be equal to what? To 0. This is 5 power 3. That is 1.5. 1.5 over 3, which is negative. This is 25 times 4, 100 over 9. minus 5. So the LCM is there is 9. 125 times 3. 125 times 3. This is 15 carry 1. 6, 7, 3, 4. That's negative 475 plus 100, then minus 45. As you can see, this is different from 0. That is different from what? From 0. So if this is different from 0, we have to reject this one. This one is rejected. So because this one cannot work here, but you see 1 is working there. So meaning that our Z, which is BI, our Z will be I. This is our Z. So if our Z is I, so we use it as, this is a root, our factor is Z minus I. This is a factor. So meaning that P of Z will be equal to Z minus 1 into bracket Z minus I. So we're going to remain with another factor we are going to find. We add it here. So we confirm that Z equal to I. So let us use to find other roots. We have Z, the root is I. So the coefficient of Z here is 1. Coefficient of Z squared is negative 3 minus 4I. Coefficient of Z is negative 3 plus 8I, and a constant which is 5. So we have 1, negative 3 minus 4I. We have negative 3 plus 8I. And a constant is 5. I have to put this one down here. 1 times I, it is I. So I add, I get negative 3 minus 3I. So this is I. So this one times this is negative 3I. I times negative 3I, that's negative 3I squared, which is positive 3. So I remain with 5I, because negative 3 plus 3, that is 0. 8I minus 3I, that's 5I. So when I multiply, I get negative 5, which is 0. You see now, it was power 3. It was power 3. Now we divided it by power 1. This will be power 2. It will be Z squared plus negative 3 minus 3I, Z, then plus 5I. So we're meaning to factorize this one. We're going to factorize that one. So it is the quadratic equation. We let Z squared plus negative 3 minus 3I, Z plus 5I equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation where A is 1, B is negative 3 minus 3I, and C is 5I. We use quadratic formula where Z is negative B plus or minus B squared minus 4AC divided by 2A. So our Z will be this negative of this one. It will go with this one. Remain with positive. It will be 3 plus 3I. Because if I take a negative outside here, it will be negative into bracket 3 plus 3I. And this negative, it will meet with this negative to become a positive. Plus or minus root. This negative squared, to be positive, I will have 3 plus 3I squared. Because this negative is already a positive. So minus 4A. What is our A? Our A is 1, our C is 5I. Divided by 2A. 2 times 1, which is 2. So my Z is 3 plus 3I plus or minus. I have to expand this one. You know that when you have A plus B squared, the answer is A squared plus 2AB plus B squared.